Morning, children. This is your page 72 and page 73 of your general knowledge book. So, in this class, we are going to talk about different cities that are lost. That means cities that exist no more, and we are going to talk about their history, how they got destroyed, or what uh, what happened to them, basically. Fine. At present, what is the situation? Is uh, what is there in place of those cities? So this we have lost cities. The first I'm going to read out these three lines that are given on top. The earlier civilizations have left their imprint in the ruins of their cities. All of these were prosperous and well populated areas of human habitation that gradually declined due to the various reasons. Archaeologists have excavated uh, and studied these lost cities to learn about their builders. So, basically, the archaeologists have excavated these sites and have found out about some or another thing about these lost cities, which were once very populated and prosperous. That means they were having a lot of people who were living over there and a proper lifestyle, but they do not exist anymore. So we are going to read about those places. Your first place is Pompeii, which is in Italy, and it is near present day Naples, which got destroyed by a devastating eruption of the volcano Mount Vesuvius. The city got completely buried under many layers of ash and pumice before it was rediscovered in 1748, and today it is a UNESCO World Heritage Site and is among the most viewed tourist attractions in Italy. This is the picture it is shown. So basically, in the year 1748, it was rediscovered, but before that, it was buried under many layers of ash and pumice because of the volcanic eruption. You must have read about volcanic eruption in geography, and because of the lava that comes out a huge mountain, which the name of which is Vesuvius, was formed, and so everything got buried, and this exists, so got lost. And this today it is what's present condition, what's its present status. It is one of the UNESCO World Heritage Sites, and it is the most visited tourist attractions in Italy. It's in Italy. The place name is Pompeii. Next, we have Tikal. Tikal was an important capital city of Mayan Kingdom, and the site was occupied for more than 700 years. The one you're able to see in this picture, and the Tikal ruins, which was established in the year 1950s, is the central attraction of Tikal National Park. Okay. So the site was abandoned by the 10th century after years of occupation. So basically, this was important capital of Mayan kingdom, and it was occupied for more than 700 years. That means for more than 700 years, people were living over there, and the Tikal ruins, the leftover, which were again established in the year 1950. It is now the central attraction of Tikal National Park. Okay, so it has been preserved by the government over there, and this site was earlier abandoned by the 10th century after years of occupation. So next we have Vijayanagar, which is a lost city in southern India. You must have read it somewhere, and it was the capital city of the empire founded by Prince Harihara and Bukka of the Sangam dynasty in the in 1336. It's very old. So it was basically the capital city of the empire, which was of Princes Harihara and Bukka, who belonged to the Sangam dynasty. Dynasty means the king, the place where which is owned by people, like the king's son will own that place, the next king will be the king's son again, and so this becomes a dynasty. Okay, hierarchy, a hierarchy based position giving to the king, hereditary based hierarchy. So next we have the ancient fortress-like city with hundred of religious structures. So this is basically having religious structures, and it is marvel to behold. Intricate carvings on the Vitala temple stands testimony to Vijayanagar art. So now it is a form of art and a lot of tourism it attracts. Today also it has the Vitala temple, the one you are able to see in this picture also. So Vijayanagar is famous because of this all. Okay, and it's also having the cravings carvings of on the temple. Carvings means out of stone, in the stone some structures were carved out, and some statues can be seen in this on this temple. Next we have the ruins of Petra. This is famous for stone structures which is built into the rocks, lie southwest of Jordan city, on the edges of mountainous desert of the Wadi Araba. In 1812, the hidden site was revealed by the Swiss explorer John Ludwig Burckhardt. The site, described as a rose red city, half as old as time, and it became UNESCO World Heritage Site in the year 1985. So this is the ruins of Petra. The ruins means the leftover basically. So this is basically the ruins of Petra, which is basically famous for the stone like structures, the one you are able to see in this picture also. These are basically made um, made with the carvings made in the stone. So these are basically stone like structures which are built into the rocks after breaking them, and this lies to the southwest of Jordan, basically on the edges of the mountainous desert of Wadi Araba. And it was in 1812 that the hidden site was revealed. Who revealed it? John Ludwig revealed this, and this site was basically described as a rose red city, half as old as time, and now it is the UNESCO World Heritage Site since 1985. Okay, this the ruins of Petra. Next we have Memphis, the one you're able to see in this looks the picture of Egypt. So Memphis, this was founded by Menes around 2925 BCE, which was the ancient capital of Egypt, right? It was the ancient capital of Egypt, and the ruins of Memphis stands 20 kilometers south of Cairo on the west bank of the river Nile, and the remains of two temples, those of the Ptah and Apis, have been excavated. The Museum and Memphis is a huge tourist attraction over there. It has many ancient Egyptian statues on display, of which the Colossus of Ramses II is considered the most notable. So this is basically in Egypt, and this was found by Menes around 2925 BCE. Okay, before Christ area, before Common Era, and it was basically the ancient capital of Egypt. In early time, it was the capital of Egypt, and ruins of this city. This city stands 20 kilometers south of Cairo. So this is basically somewhat near to the river Nile that we know as the longest river, and the remains of these two temples, those of the Ptah and Apis, they have been excavated till now. And the open air museum in Memphis is a huge there's an open air museum which is in Memphis, and it is huge tourist attraction right now, and it has many ancient Egyptian statues on display, and the most famous one is Colossus of Ramses II, and it is most notable. Next, we have the last one, Indian Indus Valley civilization. This is very famous. So, Indus Valley civilization is basically Indus Valley civilization was the earliest known urban center in present day Pakistan and Western India. So this is basically this right now covers some of the area of Pakistan and western part of India. And the traces of this Indus Valley civilization were first developed in the year 1920 at Harappa. So Harappan civilization, so they were named like this: Harappan civilization, then Indus Valley civilization. The city of Harappa was located along a now dry river Ravi. The river Ravi, along with that river, this Harappa city was located in eastern Pakistan, which is this Ravi river, which flows in river in sorry Pakistan right now. And later traces were found in 1922 at Mohenjo-daro. Um, the excavation of Mohenjo-daro site, which was near Indus river in the Sindh region, and Harappa was an important city with an enormous fortress built on a raised mound in the west. The rest of the city had a grid pattern of streets. Most houses were laid out around a courtyard. Toilets and baths were connected to an advanced drainage system. So basically, this was the Indus Valley civilization. I remember when I was a child, I was in sixth or seventh standard. I had made one project related to this civilization. So there we had shown how their drainage system was, and there was a courtyard, and around there were many rooms, and there were also the drainage system was separately made in this civilization for people. And so it has basically the civilization when it was the area when it was excavated, when the archaeologists worked on that, they noticed that there was some kind of patterns which showed that people lived in a very organized way in that time, in that society. And they had organized all the things like their places, their courtyard, their drainage system, their toilets, their bathing area, and all those things, right? So this is basically Indus Valley civilization. Now we have this quick quiz. We have these four questions. We'll be just reading out them. This ancient island city has one of the seven ancient wonders of the world. So this is Rhodes. This is the island city first of all, and it has seven ancient wonders of the world. Next we have, in the 12th century, this place was built for King Suryavarman II in Cambodia, and the correct answer is Angkor Wat. Angkor Wat was the place which was built for King Suryavarman II. Okay, and this is in Cambodia. It was made in 12th century, just remember that. Next we have, located in modern day Athens on a in Greece on a flat topped hill. The name of this ancient place means city at the top. So this city is basically built on a place structure like this, which is a raised flat topped hill. And there this modern day Athens, um, this area, this name of this ancient place which is in Athens, that is Acropolis. Okay, then we have the last one. This old city in Central Asia was known for its significant location on the ancient Silk Road trade route between China and Europe. As you all have studied the Silk Route, basically, which was for the trade of silk from China to other parts of the world. So basically this old city is in Central Asia, and it is known for its significant location on the ancient Silk Road. Okay, and this is the name of the city is Samarkand. Samarkand. So these were two pages of Lost City. Just go through them. Just remember the cities and the countries where they are located. Also, you have to go through the pictures. Just remember their pictures, and just remember their present status, what they are used for. They are used for tourist attractions. They're used as tourist places or some other thing. Okay, so what has been discovered out of excavation by archaeologists, all this thing you need to remember. So these are basically the lost cities. Fine. So we'll meet in next class. You just go through both the pages, just read line by line each of the things in detail. And if you have any query, you can ask to your related teacher. Thank you.